Hi guys. Okay, I wanted to do a quick intro for this video. Yes, I go to my first ever improv class. At the time of filming this, I've been in classes for 2 weeks, so I've done 4 classes, and next week I'll be done. I will have completed all 6 classes for this beginner course. I decided to take improv because in my acting classes, I really loved the improv exercises, and also people just from my acting classes were talking about doing improv at Groundlings. Groundlings is where I've been going. I always associated improv with that scene in The Office when Michael has those fake guns. I always kind of thought of improv as pretty cringy, and I also just didn't want to be embarrassed in front of people. I feel like I am very aware that I'm like a girl. As much as I love being creative, being silly, I also have something holding me back of maybe it's just my ego or the idea that I have in my head of how people perceive me. And after enough people kind of urged me to go, and just people in my life, they would be like, you should just do an improv class, because I do honestly make my friends do bits with me all the time, and I love it, and I feel like that is something that improv is perfect for. I'm so happy I did. It honestly is the most helpful thing, class I've taken ever. I mean, I don't know if I'll say ever, but it really does help you kind of go with the flow and just say yes to whatever the other person in your scene wants to do in the scene. Just for background, I've been taking acting classes for I think 7 months now. I'm not really completely sure, but yeah, and I've loved it. I grew up going to musicals all the time. My mom played the flute in the band at Columbus Children's Theater, which is a nice theater in Columbus, Ohio. I would go watch these musicals and I was obsessed. The second I turned, I think 11, I was like, I have to audition for the first show I saw. So that happened to be The Hobbit, and I knew nothing about the plot of Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit or anything, and it wasn't a musical. It was a play, but I just wanted to be in the theater as quickly as possible. So I didn't know that a lot of the kids at this theater had been taking classes and had been training to be in this play. I showed up to the audition knowing 0 people, but my dad was in the audience, and I do remember he just kept laughing at everything I did. So that kind of fueled me and made me more delusionally confident. And even being on the stage, I felt so alive, and I knew what to do instinctively. So I got the role of Thorin. In this play, Thorin had an insane amount of monologue that I did not know the meaning of ever. I did not understand the words that I was saying. They're very big words. Also, the plot to me was confusing. I didn't really understand the plot at all either. So perfect combination for an 11-year-old to get the role of Thorin, who not only opens the show in the audience with a huge monologue, a very wordy monologue with a bunch of character arcs. I also had to die at the end of the play. It was supposed to be an emotional, everyone's crying scene. We had a battle. It was a big role for an 11-year-old that didn't have any training, didn't know literally anything. So that kind of intimidated me throughout the rehearsal process, because I do remember this one specific girl was my mom's mad that you got the role of Thorin, and I've been in classes. She would just make comments, and it was kind of draining my confidence throughout. All of that to say, I will never forget the high that I got when my family came to see this play. It was as if I had just won a Nobel Peace Prize or something. And my family isn't very words of affirmation-y, or they're not very outwardly crazy. The way everyone looked at me after I did this play, it was oh my god, I did something right. I all of a sudden felt VIP of the world as a 12-year-old in Columbus, Ohio. The way they looked at me, I was that's a drug. I'm going to be doing theater, because that was awesome. My grandpa grabbed my face after the play and shook me and kissed me, and he had never done that before. So that's when I was I'm high right now from this reaction. My mom cried every time that show was put on, because we had to do it for 2 weekends. And I would hear my dad on the phone talking to his brothers, my uncles, and being you have to see Becca in this play. I don't know, I just felt so special when I did that. I hadn't experienced this much praise ever in my life. It was a drug. And I was this is what everyone loves when I do, so I'm gonna keep doing it because I keep getting compliments. This is awesome. Yeah, it just kind of came naturally to me. Moral of that story is just be delusional, because I did not know to be scared in that audition. I did theater after that for 4 or 5 years, but then when I turned 15, I was Okay, I want to be popular in high school, so sorry. I wanted to party and have a social life, kind of, so I chose that over theater, and then I became severely depressed. I'm not sure if that is correlated, but I don't know, I didn't have like an outlet anymore. Like, I quit all my, theater was like my hobby. Like, I would do the conservatory program, so it was like we were doing all of these classes, and then we were traveling, and then we were competing, and it felt like I had like just something to live for that had nothing to do with school. And it was like adults that were like training us or teaching us, and they were so cool, and I looked up to everyone that I was working with, and we wanted to make the shows like actually good. So I just remember it was like such a good outlet for me during those years of my life, and I remember how smart I felt and like cool I felt. And then yeah, that kind of got beaten out of me as I grew up. So I don't know, going back to acting, being in acting class now has been like healing me in so different ways, because I'm like remembering this instinctive like love for being creative that I used to have. And so I don't know, I just like, every time my acting classes doing improv classes, I was like, you know what, whatever, I'll just do it too. I did want my friend Channing to take the class with me, but she had to go to New York for the first week, so she missed it. So I was so mad. I had to do it all by myself. Overall, this class is like kind of making me feel back to my roots of like not caring. It's like almost like when I'm being creative like that, it feels like I don't even have a body anymore almost. It feels like I am not anything anymore, and I'm just like, it's just fun. Like, it's fun. Maybe that doesn't sound, I don't know. I love making like scenes. Like, I love stuff like that. So it's a fun class to be in. Do you guys care about my life in the theater? I don't know. I mean, that is my background. Like, that is, I think that explains why I love like making little like bits and being in characters. Sometimes it's like fun for me, and I love it. People that are great at improv are, I think, so smart. Like, it's crazy. Like, you have to be so smart to be, especially if you're funny. Like, right now we're just like learning drills, and there's no emphasis on trying to make people laugh. It's really like us learning how to get from point A to point B. We're not trying to be funny right now. We're like learning the basics of improv. For someone to think of a whole storyline and everything out of thin air and make it very funny, it's like such an insane talent. Like, I have so much respect for people that do like improv shows now, because this is so crazy to learn. Also, throughout this vlog, there are going to be clips of me and my friend. It was just gonna be like me going to improv classes, but I thought it'd be more fun if it was just like actually my week that I had last week. So it's also me and my friends hanging out, and I hope you don't mind. So if you're here, please leave a comment on if you want the videos to be dedicated videos to one subject. Actually, no, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna do vlogs, because dedicated to one subject would be my podcast. So, by the way, speaking of my podcast, it is coming back very soon. I got a very fun phone call today, and it's coming back soon. Yay! Please enjoy this video. I hope it makes sense. I hope there's some through line. I'm not sure if there is, because the times I pulled out my camera were pretty random. I don't know. Have fun watching this, because I haven't seen it yet. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. Also comment what you would like to see next vlog-wise. So yeah. Okay, so now I am going to do my drama self-tape with my acting coach. We're doing a one-on-one. I have to be like someone that never leaves her house, and I have to look kind of like disheveled, so I literally just put my hair up in a ponytail and did not wash it today. I did have my first improv class yesterday, and I literally loved it. I don't know why it took me so long to sign up. Okay, so like we did play like an icebreaker game, and she wanted us to say something fun about ourselves, and I thought, oh my god, a fun thing about myself is that I just got a trampoline recently, and I'm having a trampoline party this Friday. I was like one of the last people that had to go, so like I had time to think about it, and I was like, what's like a fun thing? So when I said the trampoline thing, I was like, this is gonna kill. Everyone's gonna be like, oh hell yeah. But when I said it, my teacher was like, you need to be seriously very careful about that. Every other person that went was like, I got a really good iced coffee today, or I read the best book last week. Like, it was supposed to be something small. So the teacher was like, that is so awesome. We had to clap for everyone's. But when I went, she was like, that's really dangerous. Seriously, very dangerous. And if you're having people jump on a trampoline, you have to have them sign waivers. And I was like, dude, I could have said so many things. Like, I don't even know why I chose that. Literally, if I knew she would have that reaction, I guess like I don't know if it was her friend or her, she was telling a story about how one of them broke their wrist on a trampoline recently. And I was like, of course, the one thing I chose to bring up thinking it would be like a fun, small thing, she did not like that one. So great start to my improv class. But other than that, it was so fun. I really appreciated the body language little mini lesson that we had. It's like we all have to stand with our arms down all the time, which was helpful for me, because I do feel conscious of my body if I'm anywhere I am, if I'm performing or in front of people, or like even just like walking into a room. It was nice to have that aspect of being in front of people removed. I think this is just going to be helpful for even having conversations with strangers, because really it was all about listening and thinking of brainstorming different options of things that you could say and kind of just going with the flow of wherever your partner wants to take the conversation and not feeling like you have to direct the ship all the time. So I'm going to be doing improv twice a week for the next 3 weeks, and then there's an audition to get into the core track, which is what I'm gonna try to do. Last night I got home around like 6, and then I remembered that I had my friend Paige's show. She was like hosting a comedy show with some other comedians at 8, and it was in Santa Monica. So I had to like leave pretty soon after I got home. My friend Kelly, I was like FaceTiming her. I was like hungry and thirsty, and I kind of just had to go because like I completely forgot that I had the show, and she was like, you should like take an edible, that way it'll be like a really funny show. So I ate, but maybe I ate a piece of a chocolate. Okay, shut up. I don't know if that's illegal to talk about or not. I don't know. It's legal in California. I ate a tiny piece of like a chocolate thing, and thinking it would be just me and my friend Lena and Michaela and Paige like at her show. Everyone I've ever known was at this show. People just kept interacting with me, and I don't take edibles that often, so like I don't have a tolerance for chocolate. Strangers kept interacting with me, and then I was the earliest one out of all of my friends. So standing alone for a second, and then I was like talking to people that I kind of knew but not really knew, and I was like interacting with like a lot of people, and then my manager walked in. My manager. She's also Paige's manager, so it makes sense that she was there, but I didn't even think of having to like interact with people that I thought I was just gonna be walking into like a dark room and I was gonna sit at my seat, and I did not know that all the lights were gonna be on. I would have to talk to people that I kind of knew, and as well as people that I definitely knew and definitely needed to make a good impression of, because I had only met it's my new manager, so I've only met her in person I think like twice. We've only been working together for like a month or something. And I just kept rambling. You know when you can feel yourself rambling, you can't stop talking? Like that is how I felt last night after I ate that chocolate. I should probably leave. So yeah, tonight I have my private. It also is kind of a lot of pressure. This is a self-tape for my new agents. So I did my comedy one a week ago. The scene is about this girl who's getting abandoned by her sister after their mom died. My favorite. My favorite. If you guys are having a silly day, I cannot relate to you at all. I have to go live the life of someone who is getting abandoned. All right, hi guys. I have my second day of improv today, and I'm feeling a little bit stressed today. You know when like you don't feel tan and you don't feel cute, or is that just a me thing? I don't know. I got a spray tan like a week ago, and it has obviously faded off, and now I feel like I look like a ghost, which this is my natural skin color. And I just don't like it. I got green nails today. I've never gotten green nails, but it really did remind me that I need to do self-tanner tonight. I'm kind of nervous. I feel like anytime I'm in an acting class, or I guess improv now, I kind of just try to blend in and I wear like black. Also, like I don't know why I'm doing a full face of makeup for my improv class. They don't really care what I look like, I don't think. One thing I do like about this improv class is that there are rules. Like we have to be on time. We have to put our phones away. We can only take a break at one point. And I think I really respond well to like rules like that, because I will say that my acting class is pretty relaxed, and that kind of makes the class take longer. When it's like super relaxed, people come in and out. I feel like this makes my nails look better. I literally only sprayed the parts of my body that will be showing. Look, like I feel like it looks good. Okay, I am all ready for improv. I'm scared again. I don't want to go. Also, I'm addicted to these things. Okay, do not look at my makeup. Shut up. Really? Don't judge. Okay, I'm letting you into my life. But I drink like 2 of these a day. Oh, house tour. There's Becca. Okay, let me take my shot. Ready? I'm so scared, guys. I don't want to go. Because I just know it's going to be more, like, in-depth. Like, the first day was, like, fun and games. This one's going to be, like, do improv, you know? I just got back from improv. Like, we had to go in pairs, and I can tell she's, like, getting us ready to be on our own and do embarrassing things. Our homework for Tuesday is to pantomime something that we do every day in our house. I feel like everything is just less embarrassing. It's just helpful to like feel less conscious of having a body. Hi everyone, I'm going to have dinner with my friend Kelly, and this is kind of intimate. I'm like putting my pants on. Yesterday was day 3 of improv, which means I'm halfway through I'm so sorry, I'm feeding my cat and he's going to die if I don't give him this can of food in the next -2 seconds. Also, I feel like I have so much tea to tell you, but I really can't because the people that I'm talking about are watching my videos, I found out. Okay, so Kelly and I are like trying to try other restaurants besides the one restaurant we go to. And this is every time
So they set this down. Okay.
These are our waters.
I'm like, not everywhere has ice. Not everywhere is doing ice. I go to pour it, I almost overshoot it. Muscle memory. You think you're gonna pour 8 ounces. No, just a quick 2, 3. Wait, I want to film you doing this. Filming it.
I'm gonna do it right.
But seriously?
Seriously?
Watch. But you're going slower than I was. Yeah,
I thought I would like.
you were a bartender.
I got fired though.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back for a second, so you don't mind. Spend the whole dinner pouring water. And can we just do the water? Yep, and grab me a water, top me off. The ice clumps together. The ice was a pro, but the ice is becoming a con as we sit here. I know the difference between vegetarian and vegan, but if you're not gonna eat fish oil, but you'll eat eggs.
Eggs, there's no meat in the egg.
There's no meat in the fish oil.
It's oil from dead fish.
Oh yeah. And also like when you don't eat the chicken in the ramen packet, that one always throws me.
Because it's dead chicken.
I know, but I thought it was synthetic.
I eat ramen noodles without the chicken. Okay, I look really crazy when I'm doing
Am I
this.
good?
No,
Crazy
bad.
good?
No, crazy bad. I wish I could tell you good. No, I can't tell.
Can I give a hint?
Yeah, I mean you can, and obviously I
Okay.
have editing power.
So true. Figure this out in post, and this is for everyone else to figure out. If you watched the last vlog, this is a follow-up. Some topic we talked about is having additional
Consequences.
Consequence is the best word possible. Like I really couldn't word that better. There's some consequences. We woke up a sleeper cell spy in someone. It's like, oh, you react like that when you get a little dopamine rush. It's happening real time, but I'm telling you, I give it a week or two, I'm gonna remind Becca. You could tell this like story once you like move up and stuff. But I'm even thinking the full story. Like this is just.
I know, we're living
crazy.
in the
Like,
story right now because we don't know what's gonna happen
True fucking story.
next. So yeah, basically decode that.
Decode that. It's like, Becca, stop pulling the camera out. Pick what you want. I'm like, before.
Servers come to us 5 times asking if I know what I want, and I keep pulling the camera.
Don't play until you know. She's
You
playing.
keep doing funny things.
This is like whenever we were getting sushi and you were like, she hasn't even eaten her food. I want ice cream. I'm like, eat your dinner. Like, can we enjoy this moment? And then we'll get ice cream.
And then when you said no to ice cream, I was like, can we go to the gas station and get chips? And
then I was like, I'm not getting anything. And she's like, you're not getting anything? I'm like, we just got dinner. Like, we haven't even paid the check at dinner, and we're talking about gas station cookie chip. Like,
I had a full plate of food in front of me, and I was begging her to let me go to 7-Eleven.
Sometimes I have to pull mom. Sometimes how you do mask for me, I have to do mom for you. I'm like, look at the menu. Did we say this at the top? The whole point of the water being crazy is because we don't try new places, and then we come to this place right now, and reading the menu, it's like, the first time you go to a place, you have to get familiar with the menu. It's like reading a new book. We're not reading a rerun. This is our first time reading the book. It takes a minute.
I know. When Kelly read this on the menu, she was like, that is so me. Spicy glass noodle.
But that's how I talk. That's my lexicon. I cut an S off of a word.
She's like, I would totally say that, spicy glass noodle.
And Becca was like,
so
no. Yeah.
Hey guys, we're here at Barney's. We're celebrating our friend Brooke. She's a best-selling author. Becca, look, get this. Action. All right, y'all. I am here with the man and woman who have it all, other than me and my husband, Tristan.
So, I just realized that it is my 3-year in LA. And I am feeling so emotional about that. It is so crazy to think when I think back on who I was when I got here. I have just been through so many crazy life experiences since. In this past year, I finally felt like I found my full footing, and I felt so much happier, and just I found a community of people that are so on my same vibe. I feel supported and loved. I'm so grateful to be who I am today at 27 years old in LA right now. And I wish I could go back in time and tell, I guess I would have been 24, that version of myself, that it is okay to feel lonely sometimes, and it's okay to feel scared, and you don't want to go to the grocery store by yourself. You don't want to do anything by yourself. And I just feel so different than I did at 24. And so I feel just so grateful to be here. I just realized that it was my 3-year today. I remember the first year anniversary of moving here, and I remember feeling like I was supposed to feel like a way that I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel fully happy, and I didn't feel like I belonged here fully yet. And now I can say, like, I have a whole life here, and I've been here for 3 years. I stuck it out even when it was hard. You know, the first year was hard to find people that I trusted and where I belonged and what I wanted to do, and that takes time in any city. I'm just so grateful that I've been here for 3 years and that I kept staying here, even when it was hard. I love LA. Today is September 26th, my 3-year anniversary. And that is so crazy to think about, and I am so grateful to be here. And I can't wait to see where I am in another 3 years. That is so crazy to think about. I'll be 30. And I'm just so grateful for everything that I have going for me right now. I feel so lucky. And I feel like I have so much love around me. So I never thought I would like it here this much. Like, it took a while, honestly. It takes a while, probably in any city, but like, I stuck it out. 3 years ago today, I was so scared and I stayed in. This is such a sweet anniversary. So yeah. Okay, guys, I ordered sour peaches on TikTok, and I didn't realize that it was like a whole PR package that I ordered.
And we're gonna wear it to the club tonight.
Final boss sour. Final boss sour.
Yo! Back on the west side tonight, doing mask. This is for the one commenter who says we would be a good couple.
And I would be your type, dude.
What would you say if you were masked?
Bro, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I would be like, you know, Parks and Rec Tom, like Tom Haverford. I'd be like,
sorry.
I'd be Aziz for sure.
I mean, it's complex,
That's
right?
like it depends on the mask. Like, some of them are like,
it comes off
hey,
sweet
mom.
and endearing, and then you find out it ain't.
Or it could be like this, like.
Oh, you're gonna do pussy mask? If I was gonna do a mask, I would be like a fucking douche mask.
Like
I would be
range.
douchey mask if I was masked.
I would want to, but I would be Aziz Ansari. I'd be like, hey, go to get some perfume.
You would be, where's my hug?
Where's my hug? But it would be like,
No.
I would be like, I'm like a gay man in like a girl's sweat.
What do you think I would be like?
Yeah, I don't go up to girls.
Okay, I would be a little more standoffish.
You'd be like fighting with the girl in the bar.
Uh-huh.
Listen, if you want to get me a drink, you get me a drink. I'm not. That doesn't mean I'm going home with you.
Oh my god, you think I'd be a mean? You think
No,
I would
you'd be a
like,
fuck boy. You would be a fuck boy for sure.
And that's what you want your friends to say. I'd be a fuck boy.
What would I be like now?
You would be Aziz, right? You would be chipper. You'd definitely be on the chipper side. You wouldn't be on the like. You would be a little more like, girls, what are we doing? Are we doing like shots? Ladies.
I would.
Shots. Are we doing shots? Oh, pretty girl, come over here. I got you. Daddy got you. Hey, that's just my ex. Don't worry about her, shawty. Did you do shawty?
All right, we're going to the west side tonight. All
We're
my
doing
ladies,
west side?
meeting up with my girls. I'm the final boss tower.
Seriously,
cannot wait. Seriously,
She's scaring me, guys. I've just been all night with her.
Yup.